Hi, I'm Jamie, chef at Allow Me Meals to Go. Today I'm going to show you how to cut and bake spaghetti squash to get our natural vegetable noodles. So we're going to take a sharp knife, hold our spaghetti squash tightly so it doesn't slip and we end up cutting our finger. I pierce the tip of my knife into the middle of my spaghetti squash and push down. And I want to use force, so use your body and push it all the way through. Alright. Then I'm going to press the knife down this way, away from my body. So now I've pressed it all the way through to the other side. Then I'm going to remove my knife, insert it back into the cut that I made, and press the knife down again away from my body to the stem knot portion. Pull that out, turn it back over, insert it into the knife cut that I already have, and press it down towards the stem, and then just break my spaghetti squash apart. Then I'm going to take a sturdy spoon and cut out the seed portion. When you do this, try not to take too much of the noodle part. You just want to be able to get the seed part out. So you may notice some kind of almost gooey noodles still remaining. Those are fine. Those are still noodles that you can eat, so just keep them in there. And do the same with the other side. And there we go. And then take a parchment covered baking sheet like I have here. Here's my parchment paper. And lay your spaghetti squash down on the sheet, leaving room in between each so they cook evenly. There's no need to oil your spaghetti squash. A lot of people will oil the inside. There's no need. You can season it if you want, but I leave all that seasoning up to the sauce that I add after. So I literally just take the seeds out and then place it onto the parchment paper. And then I'm going to bake in my preheated 375 oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Alright, so the spaghetti squash have been in the oven for 30 minutes, and I just wanted to show you how you can tell that they're not done. Alright, so I'm going to press down on a spaghetti squash, and it's pressing slightly down, but it's not really caving completely in, so I know that it's not quite done. Another thing we can do is flip the spaghetti squash over, but when we pull at the spaghetti squash, it's not quite cooked all the way to the edge. This outside part is pretty close, but our edge isn't completely cooked. So we're going to put this spaghetti squash in for another 5 minutes. Alright, so the spaghetti squash we're in for an additional 5 minutes, and I'm just going to show you how easily the top layer pushes in. Look at that, like you can see there's a very large indent there. So just to make sure that the squash is completely cooked, I always turn it over, and you can see how the sides easily squish in. And the spaghetti just will come out so simple. Now you want to make sure you check each spaghetti. because some of the squashes might not be completely cooked. So they might be just a little tougher. Like as you can see, this one's not completely cooked, and this one I would say still needs another 5 minutes. But these back ones are cooked. So take off the ones that are completely cooked and then put the remaining ones back in for another 3 to 5 minutes. All right, so our spaghetti squash are all complete, and I've allowed them to cool for 10 to 15 minutes so I can easily handle it in my hand. And now I'm going to scoop out the spaghetti noodles. So the way I do it is I stick my fork right up against the skin and just kind of run along the skin all the way around. So you have your squash looking like that. Then I just scoop from one side across to the other. So just down like that, scooping everything out and into your bowl. And of course you want to make sure you get all your noodles. This end stuff isn't very noodly, it's kind of a little bit mushy, but it blends really well into the rest of the noodles. You don't want to waste that. And this is what your noodles look like. Look at that. They just look absolutely wonderful. So this is one full spaghetti squash. So this serves anywhere from 2 to 4 people. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and the video.